Hi there, this is Rav Natan on the go again. I'm so happy. I just picked up something that is so special to me. My rabbi, the rabbi who made me a rabbi, who relies on me to be a rabbi, Rabbi Shlomo Riskin, wrote me a beautiful testimonial. The Mishnah tells us, "Aseh lecha rav u'kneh lecha chaver," make for yourself a rabbi and acquire for yourself a friend. Many of us go through our lives and don't do either of those, but most of us don't acquire for ourselves a rabbi, a teacher, someone that we can be somech on, someone that we can rely on in good times and in bad times. And I've found living in 3 different countries over the past 10 years or something like that, it is so important to have a rabbi that you can call on. So important that you can have a sage that you can call in times of trouble, that you can be honest with, that you can't be honest in that way with anybody else and say, listen, this is where I'm at, please help me through it, whether it's physically, emotionally, mentally, whatever it is. I know when we were in South Africa and I was held up by gunpoint, we were in South Africa as shlichim, as emissaries of World B'nai Akiva, and we were there on a real mission, a godly mission, to bring all of the Jews home and to bring the word of Israel out into South Africa. But yet, people said to us before we went out, don't worry, someone who's gone on God's mission, nothing bad will happen to them. Well, the truth is, nothing bad happened, thank God. I was not killed, I was not hurt or anything like that. But the truth is, I was really put in harm's way. And I turned around to my wife when I got home after the police and all of that type of stuff, and I said to her, you know what? If people in South Africa, if the Jews of South Africa don't realize that they should get out of here, why should I put my family in danger? Why should we continue to be here? And I called one of my rabbis and I said to him, I need your advice. I want to come home. I don't want my children, my family to be in this danger, but I know that I'm not thinking clearly because I literally have just been through kind of a life and death situation. And he said some very powerful words to me about being, he left it up to me as a decision because, a rabbi can't make a decision for you. And be careful of those that do make decisions for you. But he gave me a powerful line about being a shaleach, being an emissary, and what that really, really means, and what has meant for generations. And that was it. My wife and I decided to stay. Anyway, it's really important to have a rabbi. Now for the past 2 years, I've used my educational experience to go out and speak about sex and relationships, started Better Together, and lots of people are like, oh my goodness, what's he doing? To have my rabbi, Rabbi Shlomo Riskin, who is known around the world, who's respected around the world, who is, in my opinion, one of the greatest rabbis, who is willing to take on anything he believes in, whether people are going to like it or not like it. I look up to that, I respect that, and I'm trying to follow in his footsteps. So yes, I do go out and I try and educate about sex, I try and educate about relationships. We've started a podcast, Boys Club. It's going to hit 2,000 listeners this week. Why? Because I'm trying to follow people like my rabbi, Rabbi Riskin, who's willing to do what needs to be done, no matter what is said about him or anything like that. Anyway, so thank you to Rabbi Riskin. I'm not sure you'll ever watch his YouTube or this video, but you people out there, if you don't have a rabbi, find a rabbi. I know it's hard. I know it's really hard, especially in Israel. People come and it's not such a community-centered place. In Chutz La'aretz, outside Israel, our community is our space, is our safety. Our rabbi is our safety. But it's so important wherever we are, have a rabbi. If you're not Jewish, have a priest, have somebody, or a rabbi, somebody who you can confide in and who's going to tell you the truth. Who's going to tell you the truth and is coming from the right place. Anyway, thank you, Rabbi Riskin, and thank you for listening.